I might just hit it through a horn. That's on my element. I like dark skin, love a melanin. Talk pushing me to talk when I'm stepping in. 30 bottles of the scene till I'm sentiment. I had the Lambo, switch to the Ferrari. I'm a gangster.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jasmine and I would love if you subscribe to the girl's channel. Today's video is a pretty exciting video. I went to Whole Foods and I really decided I wanted to try to make more food content. I love filming me cook different foods and showing you guys what I eat for dinner or lunch. So this video is going to be me trying 3 different vegan recipes. If you're vegan, let me know if the products I used were like 100% vegan, or I tried to pick out as much vegan products as possible, because of course this is me trying 3 different vegan recipes. Went to Whole Foods and I got 2 bags of food, and yeah, I'm just gonna be showing you guys what I got, and these are some of the products I'm gonna be also be using in this video. Some products I already have. Start with the first bag. I got cheese, and this cheese says plant-based mozzarella style cheese, alternative, soy-free, dairy-free, and it says it's vegan, so got it that. Next, I got heavy whipping cream, and it doesn't say vegan, but it says organic, and so I don't know if it's in the same family or not, but it says organic. Next, I got cilantro. Then I got 2 of those cheeses. I got organic wild rice, and it's a blend of organic brown, balsamic, and wild rice. And I got this brand. I looked it up and it did say this brand was vegan. So correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, if it's not vegan, but I did look it up and it did say it was vegan. But this is a special sauce. Then I got 4 cans of tuna. The tuna has nothing to do with this video, but I've been eating quite a bit of tuna recently, so I just restocked on that. Then I got organic sweet mini peppers, which I'm normally not a peppers person, but one of the dishes that I'm making calls for peppers, so I got peppers. I got 1 cucumber. I got this brand of pasta, which I've never gotten before, but it's Rio's Homemade Panini. This brand, and I looked it up and it also said this brand was vegan. So then I got mushrooms. I got this type of mushrooms. One thing of mushrooms. And then I got tofu, which I'm excited. I've never cooked tofu before. I have had tofu before, but I've just never cooked it. It wasn't bad, honestly, but I've never cooked it. So I'm a little bit scared, but this is the tofu I got. Tofu I got is chickpea tofu, soy-free, plant-based, low-fat, vegan. So next bag. Ooh. I got cauliflower, which also normally not a fan of cauliflower at all, but I recently went out and I got this cauliflower dish and it was very good, and I'm also making that dish for one of the recipes because it was actually amazing. Then I got 100% pure avocado oil. I have olive oil, and I know that can also be vegan technically, but they said avocado oil is the best, so I picked up an avocado oil. I was trying to find a vegan butter so that I can like saute some of this stuff with, but all the vegan brands that I was looking up online, they didn't have in Whole Foods, and so I just wasn't 100% sure, so I'm just going to use the butter that I have. And also, I don't want to waste too much. If I don't think I'm going to use the butter really. Oil, I can always use any type of oil, honestly. So, but yeah, I did look for like vegan butter, but they didn't have any vegan butter from what of my knowledge at Whole Foods. Next, I got this sweet chili sauce. Looks like this, and it's plant-based and gluten-free. Again, not sure if that means it's vegan or not because they don't say vegan, but it's plant-based plant-based and gluten-free. So then I got this acai drink. Again, this has nothing to do with the recipes, but I'm just showing you guys extra stuff that I got. And I love this, and my kids also really love this. So we got that. Then lastly, I got 2 more of these yogurt pouches, which we run through. It's 4 in each. We run through this in a week. Honestly, more, but I have some regular of the Sig's yogurt in the refrigerator, so I don't need to. Honestly, should have bought it because we run through so much of this stuff. You guys, it's insane. Like, me and my kids love the Sig's brand. Love it. That's everything I got to help me cook these 3 vegan recipes. So if you want to see me cooking the first recipe, just keep watching. Okay, you guys, so the first recipe is a sweet chili cauliflower, and I actually came up with this recipe because I was recently out and someone I was with ordered this and it was amazing. So I said, okay, let me try to make it myself, and that's also how I got the idea of making some more healthier vegan options. So first we have the cauliflower. You're going to be cutting the cauliflower up. I've never cooked cauliflower before, so if I'm doing something wrong, I've never cooked cauliflower before. But anyways, we're going to cook it up, put it in this pan, and then I'm going to use this avocado oil to season it. Here's all the seasons that I'm going to be using, and then I'm making sure I stir that up. I'm going to put it in a pan, and I'm going to put it in the oven on 360, and I left it in the oven for about, I would say, maybe 20-25 minutes, and then I took it out and it looked amazing. And I bought this sweet chili sauce I wanted to add on top, and so I drizzled a whole bunch of that on it, added some sesame seeds, and then I added it back in the oven it was longer. I put 5 minutes, but it was actually like maybe 10-15 minutes. And yeah, then this is the end of it. It looks absolutely amazing and it tasted really good. Hey guys, recipe number 2 is a tofu bowl with rice and cucumbers, and yeah. So first we're going to boil some water, and also this is my first time making tofu. I've never made tofu, and I've only ever tasted tofu once. So again, if I'm doing something wrong, please write it in the comments so I can learn a better way. But other videos I watch people doing, they put it on a paper towel to dry it out, and then I'm just cutting it up in pieces. I should have cut it a bit more, but that's okay. Now I know for next time. I'm adding some butter to the boiling water. Then I'm adding rice in it. I don't do measurements in this household, so I just used, my head on what I thought would be enough rice. And then I'm going to stir that, put a lid on it, lower the temperature a bit. Then we're going to get started with seasoning the tofu. So I've seen some videos of people using cornstarch. I think I used a little bit too much cornstarch. I used 2 teaspoons. I think that was a bit too much. But anyways, I used some cornstarch. Here's some seasonings that I'm using. And that's also one thing I realized with cooking a lot healthier. Add a lot more seasonings. This is edamame I had in the freezer already, and this is the instructions. These are the instructions I'm following. So I boiled some water. I put an edamame in this big pot. Then we're going to get started. We're just going to cut some cucumbers because cucumbers is also going in this bowl. So I skinned it, and then I cut them up. Sometimes I skin cucumbers, sometimes I don't. Here I just decided I wanted to skin it. Next, I'm going to add some olive oil to a pan, and I'm going to wait for that to heat up a bit and then start throwing the tofu in there. And yeah, again, I should have cut the tofu up a lot more, but that's okay. I know for next time. I started switching the pans. So I took all the tofu out of the big pan and put it in a smaller pan. And I added some soy sauce and some more sweet chili sauce. And then I cooked it for like another 5 to 7 minutes in that sauce. And the tofu wind up being pretty good. It wasn't bad. But it wasn't, I will eat it again. And here's my little set. So I got the rice, the edamame, cucumbers, and some tofu. And I put all that on a plate. And that is the second recipe. Okay, guys, this is the third and last recipe I'm making, rasta pasta. So here's the ingredients that I'm going to be using. Most of the ingredients I'm going to be using. So first, we're going to start with the mushrooms. I don't know how to pronounce these type of mushrooms. And most people, I seen them using like oyster mushrooms, I think they're called. But I honestly didn't get those because I didn't like the way they looked. So I got these ones instead. So I'm ripping them in half because they were way too long. So I'm ripping them in half, putting them in this pan so that we could get them nice and seasoned. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to grab some avocado oil and I'm going to use that on the mushrooms so that when I season it, it could stick to the mushrooms nice and beautifully. Then I picked up this jerk seasoning and we're adding some in there. Again, I'm not really using any measurements. I'm just thinking and throwing that in there. Now we're going to start the real seasoning. So we're going to add some garlic in there. I added some pepper in there, some cayenne pepper in there, some garlic powder in there, some oregano, and then I stirred that all up. Now we're going to put that to the side. We're going to get right on with the peppers. I didn't show me cutting the peppers because I just cut the peppers and then washed them again. And I should have cut the peppers up a little bit more as well, but that's okay. And then I put some water on to boil for the pasta for when it's time. I have the water boiled. Then I cut up some cilantro. This is a lot of cilantro and I didn't use all of it because it was a lot. But this is the pasta I'm making. It says this pasta was vegan. So I threw that in a pot. And then we're going in. So I threw that in a pot. Now we're going to start with the mushrooms. So I'm adding avocado oil to the pot. We're going to get that nice and hot. And then we're going to throw the mushrooms in there. And it smells so good, you guys. And we're going to stir that. Let it cook down a little bit. Then we're going to add the peppers. Should have cooked the peppers a little bit longer, but it's okay. Then we throw some of that cilantro in there, stir that up in there. Don't they look just so good? I'm such a cook. Then I added some whipping cream in there. Gave that a nice stir. Then I added a lot more seasonings because I wanted to make sure it was nice and seasoned. And then I added this cheese, this plant-based mozzarella vegan cheese. And that is one thing I definitely have told the difference between this cheese, vegan cheese, and regular cheese. I can taste the difference on the cheeses for sure. some pasta in there, and I gave it a nice stir, and this was actually really good. But yeah, that is the third recipe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if you want to see more or if you've tried any of these. And yeah, see you guys in my next video. Bye.